All right, we're visiting with Mike Abell, the Sturgis Coopers head wrestling coach, and another season just about underway. Let's begin with the girls.
Yeah, we just had our preseason meeting the other day. I think we had 5 or 6 at our meeting, and there was a couple that had let some of the other girls know that they wouldn't make the meeting. So we're hoping for 10. If we can get 10 in the room, as this, I think we're in the 3rd year of it, that would be good for us. We have 8 in the middle school, and I can foresee quite a few of those girls continuing on. So, I'm hoping our numbers will continue to increase, but we're getting a couple more each year. We have a good core returning still. We'll have 2 seniors this year and 1 sophomore of our core 3 that we've had for the last couple of years. That kind of know the way, and they can show the girls what is expected and expectations and all that kind of stuff. So we're excited. Hopefully our numbers continue to grow. Our 2 senior girls, we have Madison Snyder and Brooklyn Brandt. They've been with us since the program started for the girls. They both placed at state before. Returning, I think we got them. They were freshmen, so yeah, this would be 4th year. They've been great in the room. They do everything that we ask. They, practice right there with the boys. There's nothing different that we do between our boys program and our girls program, and I think they've benefited from that. Sophomore Brooklyn Baird, she's a returning state runner-up actually. Last year she got 2nd. Same thing. She's been with us since the beginning, and she's, we have high aspirations for her. She's wrestled a lot this summer, as some of the other girls did as well. And so, yeah, between those 3, kind of building off of their success and what they've done in the room, hopefully it trickles into the kind of the next group, next era of girls that we do have.
And coach, on the boys' side, did Reese Jacobs leave behind some shoes to fill?
Yeah, Reese, we had him. My first year here, he was a 7th grader, so I had him for a long time. And yeah, I don't know how I don't think you fill, the shoes of Reese. You just, the next one up, and, every year you end up with a different type of kid. And there's only, 1 Reese Jacobs, but there's only 1 whoever that we have this year. And so, we'll miss him being around the room. But yeah, as far as team points, what he brought to the table, it's going to take 1 if not 2 kids to fill those shoes, and the kids know. We talked about it at our end of the season meeting last year, and we talked about it at our preseason meeting this year. If we want to be a team that contends for that top 4, top 2, whatever it may be, we have some points to score for sure, and filling his points that he brought. It's a lot of points. So hopefully we can fill it with 1 kid, but it'll probably be 2. And if we can get 2 kids inside the top 4, that'll do it. And we had, like I said, our meeting the other day, we had like 50 to 60 kids at that meeting. And I think our boys' numbers are going to be strong. We have a very big senior class this year, which will be sad to see. It's always sad to see your seniors go, but this class has been unique just because they've carried us for a long time with their numbers and their talent. But we have some new kids in the room that'll be coming up, and that we're excited for to score some points and maybe get in that varsity lineup. Wrestle-offs and all the potential that we do have is exciting. But I told the kids the other day, all it is right now is potential. It's what we make out of it is up to us.
Coach, you get started soon. What do you expect this season?
So we start on Monday. November 13th is our first practice. We're excited for that. See who all shows up in the room. We have some high expectations. We finished 4th in the individual and 4th in the duels last year. I think we can do that, and if not better, if we stay healthy and we get everybody into the lineup or the spots that we need them to make the best possible lineup. My expectations are always to be a podium type team. And I think that trickles down to the kids. They want hardware every single year. There are some changes this year to kind of how things are going to go. We had to move some duels that we had at the end of our season to the beginning of our season because they pulled the state duel tournament out of the individual tournament and they put it the week before regions, which I don't know if it's good or bad. We keep changing that thing. Since it's been around, I don't think we've done anything for more than 2 years. We change and change and change. And so this is something they're going to try. It makes for a brutal last 3 weeks of the season because we'll go to the state dual tournament, which is in Brookings, if we qualify. And then the next weekend will be the region tournament. And then the next weekend is a state tournament. So staying healthy in that 3-week span is very important. That's going to be the biggest change of this year. And like I said, with that state dual tournament, moving 2 weeks earlier, we had to take our spearfish duel and our bell duel, move those to earlier in the season. So we'll actually start our season off with the spearfish duel the Thursday before we go to Mandan. I think it's like the last Thursday in November. And then other than that, we had a Thunder Basin duel that we moved a little bit sooner. That'll be at the beginning of January. So our duel season, I told the kids in the meeting the other day, from our first duel to the beginning of January is critical. If we want to qualify for the state duel tournament, winning those duels against Central, Stevens, Thunder Basin, Wyoming, Spearfish, West Central's coming to town this year. That'll be a new one on our schedule. So it's critical. Those first 4 to 5 weeks of our season are going to be very important.
And Coach, I know you have a great staff too.
Yeah, I'd put our staff up against anybody. We tell the kids in the room that they're very lucky to have who they have. This is, I think, my 7th or 8th year here as a head coach in Sturgis. Have longtime head coach, that's now our assistant coach, Steve Kessler, Jason Schlichtenmeyer, Bryce Lenhart, all that have been part of the program for the last a couple of years, with Bryce coming in, I think 2 or 3 years ago, but Steve and Jason have been with the program for, I think, 30 plus years. Rance Severson is one of our volunteer assistants that was a former state champ of mine. He comes in and puts a lot of time in, and it's a fun group of guys to work with, a very competitive spirit or nature. They're great with wrestlers, kids, whatever, and it makes the year exciting. The kids love our staff. I love our staff. And like I said, I'd put it up against anybody as far as knowledge of the sport and just kind of how to get to kids or talk to kids. And, we're excited to see what we can do this year.
All right, Coach, thanks, and best wishes.
Hey, thanks for you guys coming in. We always appreciate your guys' time.